Hello everyone. I'm so glad you have joined me today for another fabulous Friday idea. Today I am playing with the lavender blue Rococo Rose download, and I've chosen this pink and green paper. There's also some blue in there, so if you're partial to blue, you could use the blue. I love green and pink together. I always have, so that's what I'm using today. I pulled a variety of things because I wanted to make sure I had what I needed. I've started with a piece of pink pirouette paper and this punch. Now, those of you who have this punch, you know that it punches three ways, but it's also very hard. Maybe I did it. Yes, whew. I'm punching away and I didn't know my own strength. Then I want this piece to go on top of it. So I'm gonna slide this over and it changes and it will punch that piece out. Now I wanted a darker pink. I didn't have anything that matched. So I took my pink pirouette ink pad and I swiped it across it real good and colored it. And now I'm going to, that's the one that goes all the way down, punch it out. And then see, you get this outline piece, but I don't want the outline piece. I want this piece. So I get just a little bit of contrast there. So let me move this out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and put this together so it has time to dry before I need it. And I forgot to grab gems as usual. All right, so there's that, and I'm going to put it together and we'll set it aside to dry. All right, and I kind of offset mine so you get some interest. Okay, I looked for a rose. I didn't have a rose, so this was the closest I could find. Let's let that dry. Now, from the Rococo Rose pattern, it had this as a circle. So I went into my layering circles and I found this one that was the exact match to cut it out. And then I went up one and I cut this one out of 𝘁𝗶𝗶𝗃. All right. The download also had this panel, and I'm pairing it with a piece of 𝘁𝗶𝗃, and I took my corner rounder and rounded my edges because this had round edges to it. All right. So let me put these together. All right. And I'm not worried about the direction. I can get that when I put it on my card. I just want to get this down. And I went with a really tiny border for this. I didn't want it to be too obvious. I didn't have anything there. It was lost, so I had to add a border. All right, so we're going to put that away. Then I have this piece that's going to put a sentiment on, and I didn't get a sentiment. Oh my gosh, let me go see what I can find. I pulled in my go-to greetings. I will never get rid of this set. It's got too many good ones to use. I love the Just a Note, and that's the one I'm going to use, and I'm going to stamp it with 𝘁𝗶𝗃𝗃. The pink doesn't show up. It is so pale, it doesn't show up. Now, I will tell you that that one, I got to do some playing. I have to, all right, this way. Okay, if I keep the three things at the bottom straight, then I get it straight, excuse me, on my card. Since I'm kind of limited here and didn't think about this beforehand, There we go. All right. Let me put this away so I don't get it all over everything. And I'm going to take this and add it to my pink piece. And again, I went for a very narrow border. All right. Rounded my edges. And then there's a strip that went across it, and I pulled in the script die. It was from years ago. I don't know. I loved it, and I didn't get rid of it. And I embossed it with the pink pirouette paper. The thing was, it didn't show up the writing. So I again took my pink pirouette pad and lightly went over it just to kind of highlight those words. I don't know what they say. It may be junk. It may not say anything. Who knows? It might be in another language. I think somebody said it was French at one time, but I don't know. It's been too long for me with my French. Oh no, it's not French. It's English, because there's this flattering sheet of paper. Snowy, sweet. It's English, but I think it's just a bunch of words. Okay, there's my card base. This is the first thing I'm going to put on, and it's embossed. So I'm going to use my double-sided tape. All right, let me get my scissors. I'm using 𝘃𝗶𝗱𝗲 scissors too. I have a pair that I use to cut just about anything, but definitely my double-sided tape, because I don't want that sticky stuff all over my other scissors. All right, got that off. Now I got to make sure I put this on correctly. There we go. I looked at the word flattering sheet. All right, there's that. And then I want this centered, and it goes edge to edge. So 1, 2. Oops, not centered there. So there's 1, 2. 1, 2. A little bit more. 2.5. 2.5. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna, there. This piece is gonna go on top, and you gotta watch and make sure that it goes, the flowers go in the right direction. All right. And I think I'm gonna stick this down with double-sided tape. I don't want to run the risk that it won't stay stuck. I don't want my card falling apart when I send it to the recipient. So I'll just add some double-sided tape. It's going on top of embossing. It's not real prominent embossing, but you never know. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to get this off. All right, there, there, and there. Whoops, that one didn't quite make it. All right, all right, so it's got to go on, and I want it right about there, and I'm centering it top to bottom, and the spacing there is about the same. This is the next piece that goes on, and this one goes on right about there. I don't want to hide that one. I'm going to take and put another piece of scrap paper underneath of here, because it'll bend down. So if I take a piece of scrap and add it underneath, it'll support it. So I just have to make sure that it's not too, all right, too wide. I'm going to cut a little bit off. I found a scrap of the green, which I think is better. So I'm going to add this to the back. I want it here. I'm going to add it close to the edge. If you use the same color, you don't notice it. All right, there. Now I can add this to my card base. And there's enough of the, there, oops, up too high. There we go. There's enough sticky stuff, tape on this one that even though that's embossed, it should hold up. This piece I'm going to put on with dimensionals. So let me grab them. And then we can finish our card. I've tried to do a lot of the prep work ahead of time. Hopefully you don't mind that, but you like it. You never know. We all have things going on. This way you don't have to spend a lot of time watching videos, although if you're like me, that's what I do at night in bed. I see so many fun things and I go, oh, I got to do that. I got to do that. I got to start making lists. And I'm going to put this right about here. All right. So there's the card. And now my flower. And my flower is going to go there. And I did grab some, I'll put it on with a dimensional, some gems while I was getting my sentiment. That's the beauty of the video. I can cut out what I don't want. All right, I'm going to pull that down some, right about there. And I found these pink pearls. I think they're from, let me get this on first and I'll tell you. Yeah, there we go. They're from the Pastel Pearls. I got some of these done. I don't know if that's pink pirouette or not, but as far as I'm concerned, it goes. So there's, oh, I totally forgot. I punched out from the green this leaf because I wanted some leaves for my flowers. Almost forgot it was sitting there. You're probably saying, what are those things sitting there for? So let me get some glue dots here. All right, I'm gonna put that there. Let me get one more. All right, that one didn't come off. So I'll put it on myself. All right, let's go. Okay, it's going to be on the circle, but that's okay. Take the back off of that one. And there we go. All right, now we're done. Isn't that a pretty card? And I went looking in my stash and found a stamp that looks similar to a rose that I stamped the inside of the card and the envelope, just to carry that theme all the way through. Now you see why I didn't stamp the sentiment. It's really light. I don't know if my ink pad needs re-inking. I do have a re-inker. I might try it. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a fabulous Friday. Bye.